day I asked him about it, I said, that's a pretty straight 61 Lincoln. He says, yeah, would you believe it, that used to belong to Ella Fitzgerald.
I'm Tom Cotter. The first car I found, I was 12 years old. I'm 61 years old now and I'm still finding cars. And in this series, you'll see that there are still plenty of cars left. This is a good deal. So we're leaving today to go to a place called Boomer's. It's a lead we got. Boomer's is apparently some kind of tow yard or junkyard. He's got old cars, and I hear that he has all the old tow trucks from the Unser Junkyard. So that'll be kind of interesting to see as well. Do you have other old cars here as well?
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in the back.
Cool. So let's look at that Plymouth now.
Okay.
That's a pretty nice looking car.
That's a 59 Fury.
Low 80,000 miles?
Had 87 when I got it. It's got 88 now.
Wasn't there a movie?
Christine.
Christine.
Christine's one off from this. Christine's a 58. This is a 59.
I see.
That's actually why I wanted this car. I wanted one of these since I was a kid.
So you drive this occasionally?
Yeah.
What, that would have a wedge in it?
It's got a Poly 318.
Uh-huh. And push button transmission?
Push button torque flights.
Yeah.
Third year of push button torque flights.
So a big old 4-barrel. Yeah, this is a good morning. Whenever you can start a morning with like a dozen old cars before 9 o'clock, it's a good morning.
All right, you guys come in here.
All right.
This is the other opening.
Oh, okay. And that guy, the George Barris type of guy, built this?
He built that and he built that.
Wow.
That's all lead. The
Wow.
two El Caminos were done in Bondos. They were race cars.
This was a race car?
Yeah, this car won its first 20 races in like 1963.
Drag racing.
Yeah.
So a Hemi, huh?
Yeah. The car actually ran and drove when I pulled it in here when we closed my dad's shop.
So this is a 56?
55 Ford.
55 Victoria.
And it's got a 56 312 in it, that bigger, little bigger motor.
Is that a runner driver?
It runs and drives.
So when you move in your new place, you'll just flatbed these out of here
Most of them will fire up and actually run.
and wash them and
Yeah,
put them
clean
in the
them up,
showroom?
bring them up there.
That'll be great. These cars will be forever grateful. It's a 36 Ford two-door sedan.
A two-door fastback sedan. It's got a built-to-the-hilt 350 in it. We never actually ever ran the car at the track, but we took it street racing one night and it beat a 12-second car, so we think it's at least a 12-second car.
Yep. We were here earlier. Steve had an appointment in Albuquerque, so we said we'd come back this afternoon. And he's got 2 yards, this one and that one, and we peeked over the fence and said, there's cool stuff, but I don't want to see it. I'll come back later. Well, here we are. Do you sell these cars?
Occasionally, you know, my wife says, get rid of him, let's go on vacation. One day I asked him about it, I said, that's a pretty straight 61 Lincoln. He says, yeah, would you believe it, that used to belong to Ella Fitzgerald? And I went, no, I don't believe it, but
Whatever.
And he had the original registration, 2 of them from the 60s.
No.
And a registration from the next guy that owned it, the next guy and himself.
Gee.
The lineage. And of course, that's the original black plate that matches
Yep,
the
yep, yep.
registration. And so it's cool, you know.
So you have the registration for this that says Elder Fitzgerald's name on it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And it drove onto the trailer a year ago.
That he had a can of gas sitting here siphoning it in. See, it's still off. It's just there.
Wow.
But that guy can make anything happen. He's amazing with cars.
We stayed at a great hotel, a very historic hotel last night called the El Rancho, and we ate in the bar, as we usually do, and met a couple of motorcycle gang members from the Banditos Motorcycle Club. They told us about a scrapyard that was in town, and we should take the road between Walmart and Home Depot. So we're on that road right now. They said, go out of town on the gravel and there'll be a scrapyard. So here we go. So what we're doing is we're driving this old car down Route 66 from Chicago to Los Angeles, looking for old cars. And so last night we met some Banditos, the motorcycle gang, at the El Rancho, and they said, oh, go to this place, they have some old cars. Do you have any old cars here?
Yeah, but not as nice as yours.
Well, I don't want nice, I want ugly. I want ugly. This is a 1940 Chevy Coupe with a can opener that got into the roof. 1987, I guess, it was the last time this was on the road. These cars, most of the time, came with 390s. Some had 406s and some had 427 cubic inch engines. So it's a 289 two-barrel. So this is an FJ Toyota, which was like a poor man's Land Rover. They were an amazing vehicle. So this not only has a collector value, it's got a hot rod value. You could buy this and restore it. One of these could go for $35,000 or more. What would you take for this thing? I know you want it, so you don't want to sell it.
I don't want to sell it, but like I told you, it depends on the offer.
So would you take $3,000 for this one?
Probably around $5,000 for it.
$5,000.
I really like it.
So you see, he has a selfish motive for not selling it. But solid car, I'd say it's worth $3,000 every day of the week. Like when you buy an old house, they talk about it has good bones. Well, I think the same way about cars, and this car's got good bones. It's got a strong chassis, it's got a good body. The floor just needs to be sanded and painted. This is a good restoration candidate. Now, all the rat rod guys are trying to put patina lettering on their trucks like this, even though they're not really old. This is real. And so I bet a rat rod guy would love to get this and put a modern drivetrain in. All right, David, so we have 2 Wagoneers here. Do people come to this yard to buy Wagoneer parts? Just the whole car?
We can sell the whole car, but on this one, we don't sell any parts either.
Okay. These are pretty hot collectibles now. Do you know what you would charge for something like that?
We'll let it go cheap. Probably around $2,500.
$2,500?
Yeah.
I'd say that's a deal because these cars in restored condition can go for $45,000, $50,000. And you're starting with one that's got a solid base. You'd need to put new wood siding or plastic siding on there. Does this run? Probably not.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's a nice vehicle. It's got a V8. The only thing you can't pass up on with vehicles like this are gas stations. They don't get very good gas mileage. Air conditioning, power steering, power brakes. So fully loaded as a Grand Wagoneer should be. The alloy wheels on there, that's a pretty cool vehicle. there's Volkswagen. Now the real desirable Volkswagens are called splits, and it's got a split windshield.
Right.
And it's got a flat windshield here and here. This is
We
a.
had one of those.
Did you really?
Yes. But we sold it already. I think they gave us 10 grand for it.
How much?
10 grand?
10 grand.
Right.
Man. So this is a less desirable one, but still, you know, any Volkswagen bus is desirable these days, and you could fix this up to be a really cool, kind of a hippie hauler. The body looks really good. You look at the interior over here. There's a transmission in it. I'm not sure if that's a transmission from this or not. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
But this is solid. I would buy this vehicle as well. What would this go for?
Probably 2,500 as well.
You know what guys are putting in here is Subaru motors.
Subarus?
Yeah. So, and you know, it gives it horsepower. You can get parts. You can drive up hills. This is a neat vehicle. It's got 2 roof racks. I've not seen that before. Plus a sunroof in the middle. For the money they're asking, this is a good buy, because with a little bit of elbow grease, put the transmission back in, even with just a stock Volkswagen motor. You could even keep the paint the way it is. Just buff it out a little bit. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of rust. I bet this could go for $10,000 or $12,000 without even thinking twice, especially since it's a solid Western car. This is a good deal. Car enthusiasts say to me all the time, all the good cars have been discovered. They haven't been discovered. You can jump in your car on a Saturday morning, cruise around the neighborhood, cruise around town, through your county, around the state. You'll find that there are plenty of good cars left. Happy hunting.